Welcome everyone. Today I am starting the chapter 1 revision of class 9 syllabus, and the chapter 1 there is total 8 unit. First unit is introduction to object oriented programming language. Firstly we discuss about the language. What is language? Language is used to communicate with one person to another person. Suppose there is two person 1 and person 2. Person 1 want to communicate with person 2 and person 2 also want to communicate with person 1. Both are use language. That language is English or Hindi or any other language. Similarly, we want to communicate with computer, also use a language. The computer and human want to communicate with each other, they use a language. That language is called programming language. But the communication between computer and human use a language. That language is called programming language. There are example of programming language: C, C++, Java, Python, COBOL, etc. These all are the example of programming language. Then we discuss about the programming language. There are two types of programming language. First is low level programming language and the second one is high level programming language. Low level programming language is also called machine level programming language or binary language. The low level programming language is also called machine level programming language or binary programming language. The example of 0 or 1. 0 or 1 is the binary language. And the high level language is further divided into two parts: procedure oriented programming language and object oriented programming language. That programming language divided into two types: low level programming language and high level programming language. Low level language is also called machine level language or binary level language, or high level programming language is procedure oriented programming language and object oriented programming language. First is a procedure oriented programming language. The procedure oriented programming language is based on a procedure. For example, we have a one big problem. We want to solve this problem. This problem is divided into a small problem, that is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. This is a part of this problem. This one problem is called a function. P1 is a function, P2 is also a function, P3 also is a function, P4 also a function, P5 and P6. Then P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6 use a tool. All are use a tool to solve this problem. Every problem is use a tool to solve this problem. This tool is called data. That means problem P1 or function P1 use the data to solve a problem. This data is called global data. This data is called global data. What is the use of global data? By using the global data, every function used by this data to solve a problem. Global data shared by the function. What is the definition of global data? Shared by the function. That means function 1 use this data, function 2 also use this data, function 3 also use this data. That's why this is called global data. This is a procedure oriented programming language. But what is the limitation of procedure oriented programming language? For solving any problem, it takes too much time. To solve any problem. That's why we learn the object oriented programming language. What is the limitation of procedure oriented programming language? That is, it take too much more time to solve a problem. That's why we learn the object oriented programming language. But we discuss about the example of POP. POP, that means procedure oriented programming. Example of POP: C, C++, Basic, COBOL or Fortran, etc. These are the example of POP. Next we discuss about the object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language is based on a object. This language is based on a object. So what is object? Suppose we have a one problem or one program. That program is divided another sub problem, that is program 1, program 2, program 3. This small parts of program or problem, that is called segment. This segment is called a object. This segment is called a object. Program is divided into sub small parts of program. This one program is called a object or segment. Example of object oriented programming languages: Java, C++, Python, or etc. These are the example of object oriented programming language. Now we learn about the Java programming language. Before learning the Java programming language, we discuss about the principle of object oriented programming. Basic principle of OOPS. OOPS, that means object oriented programming. These are the 6 basic principle of OOPS. First is object, second one is class, third is data abstraction, fourth is encapsulation, fifth is inheritance, sixth is polymorphism. These are the basic principle of OOPS. This is the most important topic of OOPS, object oriented programming language. This is the basic principle of object oriented programming language: object, class, data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, or polymorphism. Now we discuss about the first basic concept of first basic principle of OOPS. So first basic principle of OOPS is object. Before we learn the object, what is object, now we again discussing about the object. Object is a unique entities that contain data and function. That is also called a characteristic or behavior. Data and function is also called a characteristic or behavior. That means object is a unique entity that contain characteristic or behavior, or it is also contain data and function. Object is a unique entity that contain data and function. Now the second one is class. Class is the second OOPS principle. Class is a collection of object. Class is a collection of object. There is some class, that is apple, banana, mango, and grape. These all are fruits. These all are called fruits. Apple is a fruits, banana, mango, grape, all are fruits. This fruits is a class. What is this fruits is a class. What is the name of class? The name of the class is fruits. Here fruits is a class, and the apple, banana, mango, grapes are the object of this class, are the object of fruits class. Here object is a apple, banana, mango, grapes. Here it is a class, and this all are a object. So that's why class is called collection of object. That means class contain different types of object or contain a same characteristic behaviors contain objects. So here class name is fruits and object name is apple, banana, mango, and grapes. So now third one of basic principle of OOPS is data abstraction. Data abstraction. Data, that means information. Data, that means information. Abstraction, that means hiding. When we hide some data, or information, that is called data abstraction. Definition is act of representing the essential feature without knowing the background detail. Without knowing, that means hide the information. So now fourth one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is also a basic principle of OOPS. So encapsulation. In the term of encapsulation, here is one term is available, that is capsule. Capsule is a type of medicine. This is a structure of capsule. Here the capsule is divided into two parts. There is another medicine, and this is a medicine, also a medicine. This one type of medicine is called data, and another type of medicine is called a function. When data or function combine in a single unit, data or function combine in a single unit, that is called encapsulation. Definition: wrapping of data and function in a single unit. Wrapping, that means combination, combine data and function combine in a single unit, that is called encapsulation. So next one is inheritance. Inheritance is the fifth basic principle of OOPS. Inherit is a biological term. What is the meaning of inherit? Inherit, that means to receive the quality and characteristic from our parents or family. Suppose this is our parents and this is child. By the parents we receive some quality or characteristic. We receive a quality or characteristic, that is called inheritance. The parents, it is also a class, and the child, it is also a class for sharing property from one class to another class. This is a class A and this is a class B. Suppose this is a class A and class B. Class A want to share some property from class B, that is called inheritance. This is called parents, so it is also called a parents class. So suppose this is a parents class, now this is a child class. Parents class is also called base class and child class is also called derived class. Parent class is also called super class and child class is also called subclass. What is the name of this class? The name of this class is parents class, base class and child class. And what is the name of this class? This class name is child class, derived class and subclass. Definition: sharing the property of one class to another class. This is a first class, this is a second class. Sharing the property from one class to another class. That is called inheritance. Inheritance. Now the sixth one is, and it is a last of the basic principle of OOPS, that is polymorphism. It is also derived from biology. Polymorphism, it divided into two parts: poly plus morphism. Poly plus morphism. What is the meaning of poly? Poly, that means more than one. More than one. Morphism, that means purpose. What is the definition? Polymorphism is used for more than one purpose. It is used for more than one purpose. It called polymorphism. More than one purpose, that is called polymorphism. Example: our mobile is the best example of polymorphism, because by using a mobile we call anyone, sharing the information. It is used also for entertainment, gain the knowledge or etc. This is a one mobile and we can use for many purpose. So this is the best example of polymorphism. This is the last OOPS principle. Now the unit 1 is completed. So question of this unit is, what is the basic principle of OOPS? Explain with example.